G'day viewers, and welcome back to Aussie Backyard Food. Well, today it's time to plant out our tomato seedlings. And they didn't grow quite as fast as I recalled from previous seasons. I've given them 6 weeks to get to this size. They've done pretty well, but I like to get them to at least this size, particularly when they're in such fragile small punnets. Notice that also there's a few missing down the end. Those ones have gone to my mum. You've got to look after your mum, people. And also this year I'm going to try a new variety. It's an heirloom variety as well. It's called Constelluto di Marmande. That's my best Italian. We'll just see how they perform. If they do well, we'll keep the seeds from them and give them another crack next year. Let's get into it. Enjoy a job that kills 2 birds with 1 stone. This time of year leading into summer, we're very conscious here in the Blue Mountains about the dangers of bushfire, and whilst creating a fire break around our property, it's also an opportunity to harvest some nice big tomato stakes for our tomato vines, because the ones you get from the hardware, they just don't cut the mustard. And having nice big stakes, I find, allows the tomato vine to grow to its full potential. So yeah, 2 birds with 1 stone. And as far as I'm concerned, both those jobs, well, they don't come any more high stakes. So whenever you're planting out seedlings, it's important to remember that you're putting them into nice wet soil. Because it's a stressful time, particularly for small seedlings. So when the weather's as dry and as hot as it is today, it's a good idea to put the sprinkler on your veggie patch or your garden bed and get that soil nice and wet. Let's have a look at how our soil's faring. Those of you that watched the previous episode will remember that we fertilised and mulched this bed 6 weeks ago. Look, it's looking good, but yeah, it is a bit dry, so I'm going to put a bit more water into it before we add our seedlings. Whenever I'm planting out a delicate little tomato seedling like this, I like to plant it nice and deep. For a couple of reasons. A tomato will throw roots out from all those little hairs up its stalk there, and by putting it in nice and deep, it's going to make it a little bit more dry weather resistant. Another reason for delaying the planting out of our delicate seedlings has been, we've just experienced totally unseasonal heat and dry weather. It's been the driest spring that it's been record breaking. So the challenge is going to be keeping the water up to these two beds over the next period while the seedlings still remain in that delicate state. But one thing we have got in our favour, we've put truckloads of mulch into our beds. They will act like a sponge and hold all that water there around the roots where the seedlings need it. So fingers crossed, in a couple more weeks we'll be starting to tie our seedlings up to our large stakes. Catch you later.